What's good, you guys, and welcome back to the DJ's Take.
I'm Donnie.
And I'm James, and on this show, we talk about the music industry from a fan's point of view. Donnie, what are we talking about today?
Today we are just going to be recapping the year of music and talking about our key highlights and just things that were going on. So let's go.
Yeah. Our producer, what up, Tim? He's going to announce the topics.
Yo.
What's up first?
All right, we have Album of the Year.
Album of the Year. Tough this year because everyone
That is
in their
a rough one. Are we talking about more like what is actually going to be the process of like what could be, or are we going, oh, I like this album?
A little bit of both, like what you personally liked and what was like a big album of the year that you think is just gonna represent 2024.
My personal, of course, is going to be 1111 by Chris Brown. And hands down, I think it was just the best album, best body of work. But if I had to go with the mainstream or pop version, it's going to be more. I think Ariana Grande. That album was really well put together, in my opinion, and I would give her it. Another person I would throw in contention in a group, or not group, but it would be Future. I think Future had a time of his life last year, and he started the beef.
For me, I'm gonna go, of course. I agree with everyone that you said, and I'm gonna go, of course, Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. I think 2024 is going to be the year of country music. I think it started with Beyonce, Shabuzi, Post Malone. Like everyone is just tuned in. Kelsey Ballerini dropped her country album. It's just more people. I saw Spotify said that because of Beyonce, like 55 million people listen to country music for the first time on Spotify. I was like, that's insane. First of all, your genre sucks if 55 million people did not listen to the genre ever in their life.
It might just be
ever.
Yeah,
like that's insane. And then I think I'm gonna have to say Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter is gonna be a defining album of the year. Yeah. Kendrick's is late, but GNX is huge. But it's like Not Like Us is not even on it. But I agree. It's kind of like when SZA did. What that was 2022 dropped it right at the end.
I don't count that one this year. Technically but it won't be on this year's Grammy nomination. So I usually count whatever is going to be, in like a Grammy round year calendar. So
true. But I will say Metro Boomin's too. Like that was crazy this year.
Well, the crazy thing is, have you been seeing the Rolling Loud concerts? Future.
Has he been snapping?
Bro.
All right.
My man, I think, I'm not sure if it was him. It's probably a stunt double, but like came out on fire, like actually fire on him walking out. It's probably a stunt double, don't get me wrong. Because they walked back and then came out and the Future was
still entertaining.
Still entertaining. Yeah. And then it's just like all the comments that I'm reading from Future are just very positive. And it's just like Future's my favorite artist. Don't get me wrong, but he's a dirtbag.
He's a dog. Yeah,
he's toxic. But people in the comments, nobody could ever say anything that would make me hate this man. This man's 41 years old and still out here reinventing himself and being out here and the culture. Future, he does no wrong, and his career has legs, man. Like nobody thought that Future was going to be one of the most talked about artists, or even the top artist in 2024 or throughout his career.
Next up, we got Song of the Year.
I'm giving it to Shabuzi.
I mean, if we're speaking facts, it has to be.
He
tied the record for the longest number one.
It's Shabuzi. Kendrick Lamar, you had some nerve to drop GNX. He needed one more week to have that title.
It's
come on, bro.
Thanks. And he won't get it back because Mariah Carey's got it for the holiday time. And then it's gonna be someone new is gonna drop in the top of the year and be number one. So that sucks for him. But I'm gonna go. Like that's what it is factually for me too. It's Shabuzi, but I'm gonna go also Espresso. Like I think when you think of 2024, you gotta think Espresso. Me? But then Not Like Us. Like there were some songs this year.
It was the year of Shabuzi. It's just bar song. It was everywhere.
It's a smash, an unbelievable smash.
Performed at the Thanksgiving halftime performance, which is a cool thing to see.
Yeah. But I will say my Favorite song? I'm not gonna say my favorite song. There's two, but Like That was one of my personal favorites of the year, and The Boy Is Mine, Ariana Grande.
Like That was dope.
Yeah.
And
Anything
honestly,
like that.
Sabrina Carpenter literally had like 4 songs from her album that were just solidified gold in my head. You know,
Hit after
like
hit.
amazing. Espresso, Please Please, Taste, Bedcam. Like it's
Just insane. She had a phenomenal year.
Next up is Breakout Artist of the Year.
Chappelle Roan.
Chaparron. That should have been album too. I should have mentioned hers in the album.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Chappelle Roan. All flowers here. I think you're a weird human being, but that doesn't mean you're not talented. You are a talented individual, and your songs move me.
And I was saying this too, like I saw actually Katy Perry references in an interview where like artists have gasoline and it helps fuel them for their career, like real artists, and it helps fuel them, and that's what gives them the legs to stand. However, the gasoline can turn into fire and you can explode too. Like you can ruin your own self.
She has to watch.
And I'm like, I could see that with Chaperone where she has that
She's too
talent
feisty when
that's
it
in
comes to like reporters, fans. She really needs to tone it down a little bit.
And
my
like
opinion.
part of me gets it and I understand, because I'm like, they do talk to you crazy and you do have to
There's a
handle
lot of
abuse.
disrespect. There is, but
you know, it
it
comes with it, I
the
guess.
same thing as, see, a lot of people don't have those managers just out there walking the runway with them, or PR people and with them, but like do something at the NFL.
Yep.
Do something, say something to a fan, crazy, say something, put a gesture up. You're getting fined. You're not doing it again.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta run your career as what it is, your brand and a business. Like the NFL, protect the shield at all costs. You gotta protect your brand. Period.
And my thing is, it wasn't even the red carpet that kind of turned me off Chaperone. It was how she said fans don't have the right to just come up to her and ask for pictures and stuff like that. And I understand that you have the right to say no. But like they don't have the right to. She's like, that's weird if you come up to a stranger just because you like their art. And I'm like, relax. Like I hate when artists are weird with the fans.
Some people aren't meant to speak, and she's seeming to be one of them.
I'm
you know,
like, relax.
You need to make sure that every time you speak on camera, it's media prepared by your PR team, and that's when you speak. Like we get it. You know, it's honestly like what you said. What you sent me something with Scissor. And it was like, I don't want to be famous. I hate it. I got 99 problems in being famous.
Ain't one. Like, come on.
Knock it off. I'm so tired of these artists who want to be famous, want to have their art out there, but hate what comes with it. Listen, you could have been a person that was just singing in bars every other week, performing at little kids' concerts or birthday parties. But no, you're with the big dogs, so guess what comes with it? Paparazzi. Pictures, and if you don't like it, guess what? It's not hard to stop.
Yes,
you got
take your money and be free.
Stop.
Like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's like,
people don't like that. People do not like when you come, because we look at it as you ungrateful. You're making millions, and the cost of it was your privacy, and you upset.
Yeah.
You know, like Joe Burrows just said, which I know, go to football references, as you see, you know what time it is. But Joe Burrow was like, yeah, his house is broken. He's like, yeah, you know, I like things being private, but this comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
Now, I will say with breakthrough artists too, like those are like all new artists, but this was the year of like resurgence in people's careers, because Sabrina Carpenter, this is like her 6th album, and it's like she's a new artist. So her, Charlie XCX, been out since Fancy over 10 years ago, and this was her year of dominance. And
let's not forget, even Gracie.
Yeah.
Gracie Abrams, she is even having people like, oh, tour sold out in 2.3 seconds. Kelsey Ballerini, tour sold out in 2.3 seconds. But I think it's because they're finally releasing music during the highest peak of the TikTok era, where it's able to be found in more ways than not.
I would even say, I mean, Glorilla this year really she's really had a glow up this year. Just even like if her music wasn't like the highest selling or anything like that, just her as a celebrity, as a mainstream artist, shot to the moon this
Sales
year.
don't mean all and do not break all anymore.
Yep.
And like I told James, we really have to find a new way to evaluate success because of how streaming and charting
works.
Some people, everybody doesn't get cult following fans anymore. So it's like they might not sell well with their album. But if you're doing something like Megan Thee Stallion and you're constantly
impacting culture
on the billboard, you're on commercials for the NFL. Like, I got to give you your props. You're doing well. You're being successful. Like a Jack Harlow. Like, nobody's listening to a Jack Harlow album, but we're all listening to I don't know. You know, like we're listening to what's the other one called? Like it's like Glamorous.
First Class.
First Class. Okay, but First Class. You know, we all know for his life, he can't really make an album, but he brings singles, and he's more than just an artist. He's a personality. He's a person. He's with Drewski acting up.
Exactly.
So, I respect that. I respect that some people just can't do what Ari, what Sabrina Carpenter are doing, but they can be more than.
We got the opposite of breakout artist of the year. We got flop of the year.
So flop of the year. Lil Nas X.
He's a flop, bro. I can't even name the singles that they were, but the numbers are low.
I just knew they came gone as fast as it was him as fast as it was for him to upload. It did nothing. Absolutely horrible.
Lil Nas X is the definition of doing too much.
I was about to say he did too much with the antics, and it's like everybody was behind you, bro. When it came to you being, gay, homosexual, whatever, everybody's cool with that. Like, we don't care. Make great music, make me dance, and I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? But when you start playing with the devil and stuff like that, like, you lose me personally. I'm just not banging with you. I'm not. There's no reason to bang with you. There's no reason why you had to come for the churchgoers, Christianity, or any faith in that aspect. But you were doing too much. And
I agree.
It cost you big.
I agree. Another humongous flop, Katy Perry. Whew.
We knew that was going to come.
But for a second, we didn't. Like, for a second.
No, I heard her first the single.
No, I'm saying before the single. Right when she quit American Idol, I feel like the stock was a little bit high.
I told you what was going to happen. I told you.
Because we said Tate McRae and the fun pop was coming back, and so she was the queen of that. We were like, all right, it's shaping up. And then Woman's World came out, and it was downhill ever since.
Too many weird things, and it's just like does too much. And guys, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be, her body, she can do what she wants with her. Like, coming on an interview, you can see her chest or her shirt. There's just sometimes where it's not genuinely who that person even seems to be, and you're just like, why? Like, why are we doing that?
But it needs to be studied in Harvard how you can go from Katy Perry 2009 to 2020. The biggest thing, the sales are only comparable to Michael Jackson. Literally, the accolades are, she was unstoppable, not just for an album, for albums for a decade. You were that chick, and now you can't even do like any kind of numbers, like, at all, not even modest.
I think
that's insane.
When she was doing that stuff, she was having fun. She was doing it. Now it's to the point where I think she thinks too much. Instead of, when you're in a game and you're inside your own head.
Yeah.
She thinks too much. Like, Woman's World, I was just like, why? I heard the title. I was like, okay, this is a political song, which women are beautiful, women are awesome, great.
And it just wasn't good, too. It was corny.
If you're going to do that, you're alienating.
Now, I will say this.
Entire men audience who's probably going to be like, it's really not for me.
I will 100% say this. I saw a tweet of this, and it's 1,000% the facts. If Taylor Swift dropped Woman's World, it'd be out of here. It'd be out of here. That'd be the number one song ever. It's a woman's world.
It wasn't even a good song.
Lucky to be living it. That would be. So that's different than
Tim,
shake it off.
Tim,
shake
just
it
listen.
off.
You're outside your mind.
No
outside your mind. Listen to the lyrics. You're in a woman's world and you're lucky to be living in it. Now let's go to Taylor Swift's empowerment.
Oh yeah, let's go down to Taylor Swift. And I was like, hey,
This man is.
Are you okay?
You're on crack, bro. He's on crack.
It was the number one song in the country.
What does it have to do with anything? That has nothing to do with the antics of the politics. I'm talking about a political song. Now sit there. And
that song is about anti-gay.
Let a real Taylor Swift fan talk.
Was political.
Talk about two songs that have to do with the same thing.
It was political.
Now let me finish it. Okay. There we go. So there's another song that's called what? There, you can talk. I'll let you talk. I'm so sick of moving as fast as I can, thinking I'll get there faster if I was a man. That song is actually good and very strategically played. And if you go watch the video, the video is actually funny.
Yeah, I like that whole thing.
There's levels to this, and Katy Perry just doesn't understand. I think she needs someone to write for her. Like if someone's not writing for her, someone needs to. Other than Dr. Luke. You know who she needs to get with?
Who?
That boy Benny Blanco.
Facts.
Get with him, bro. Selena, let your man go for a couple weeks. I know you just got engaged. Congrats. But he needs to go help Katie ASAP.
Moment of the year.
Moment of the year.
I mean, why are we thinking too hard about this one?
No, I'm saying anything. What was the music moment?
It was the beef.
But it was the beef.
It was Kendrick destroying on the beef.
So for music and.
It would have to be that has so many legs. It lasted from the top of the year throughout yesterday.
Here's the thing: it could have been any bevy of things. It could have been
Metro Boomin,
like else drop. It could have been when Metro Boomin and them drop. It could have been when Kendrick had his concert and performed Not Like Us 7 times in a row. It could be any of the things.
So I'm going to go ahead and say the way I think of it is I think the Eras Tour was the moment.
That was last year. That was last year too
because she won her second.
No, it was bigger last year.
I think it was.
It was bigger last year.
Tour.
No,
like the beef was my fun, but
I'm so done, bro.
Eras Tour was 2023.
You just saying that.
If you want to count it as
you just saying that to get you rage baiting, bro.
Yes.
No,
you rage baiting, bro.
It's just looked at the numbers.
It was last year that people talked about. You just said
the numbers don't matter that much.
No, we were talking about when it comes to albums now. We're trying to figure that out.
But people weren't even talking about it that much this year like they were in 2023 when it was Travis Kelce and all that. It wasn't even that crazy this year.
Also, it's not a moment. Whenever that's what she always do.
Yeah, she's
that's not a moment.
Well, listen here, guys. If you just don't want to count it as a moment, that's all you gotta say.
That's your. You can count it.
Donnie, what does a moment mean? Moment.
Okay, but do you want me to chop him because he just said?
Yeah, he
just got killed.
I don't co-sign that.
You don't co-sign that? Okay, no, I'll let you jump shit before I get him. You just said
from the whole thing, and I agree.
You
with
said
that.
He did from Not Like Us. All the way from January, all the way to December.
I knew you guys heard me wrong because there's no way you could have got me.
You got it on camera.
You said just pick one of the things.
I said pick one of those moments. He had 70 million of them. Pick one.
Future. It was
not a one tour that lasted 17 years.
It was Future's moment. That wasn't Kendrick. Was Not Like Us.
I'm just talking about the whole scenario. Not to be Kendrick specifically.
So it wasn't just one moment.
It could be Future's moment.
It was
could be Kendrick's moment. It could be Kendrick's other moment. It could be anything else.
Was it multiple moments?
Many moments.
There was actually
pick one.
At least Taylor Swift's moment was just about her.
I will say
the other ones had 10 different artists involved.
For a moment, I'm not. I guess it can be taken two ways. For a moment, I'm meaning more so like a moment, not necessarily just one particular act, like Janet Jackson ripping the thing off. No, I'm talking about. I guess that can be two kind of questions, but. I think I'm more meaning like Kendrick. I agree with you, Kendrick, but like the whole thing of it.
I'm just saying, no one's gonna go. Oh, remember that time when Taylor Swift went on tour for 14 months? And
I agree with that.
They're gonna go. Remember when Kendrick performed Not Like Us 7 times at the
that is the moment. I will say, if we're saying the moment, Kendrick's performing at that concert thing, that was the music moment, like the definition of moment.
It depends. Like I think we're just all thinking of moments.
So but I'm saying if you are thinking of it like the one act moment, what moment was bigger than that? If you're thinking about
one act, one moment.
Yeah. Man. That's not how I was, but I'm saying
I would say if I was thinking about it in moments like that particular moment, I would say it would probably be the Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, same.
But if
like
we're
to
talking
me, if you want to talk about
moment, like a moment
errors.
in time,
I agree with you.
There is nothing that's ever going to be talked to Kendrick Lamar. This beef is going to disappear eventually.
Never.
Her tour
never
is the highest grossing tour of all time. 2.7 billion.
I agree with you for the tour, but the tour is not this year.
They're not selling
2023.
Eras tour books for no reason. They ain't selling no Kendrick Lamar and Drake's Beef tours books in the store.
But I don't even want to compare it because that's stupid.
just not
I'm
a
saying
moment.
it's
It makes no
2023. I'll give you that. 2024, it was not the number one topic. It wasn't.
Let's look it up.
Really don't think it
Look it
was.
up. Say what top moments in music. Let's see.
Now,
Or no, impressions.
two-
Social media impressions. That's what you can do.
Two Taylor Swift's.
The Eras tour has been like the hottest topic from like
It would be like how
Since
many
it
times
started
was
out.
Kendrick?
Johnny, if it's been consistently the hottest topic, that means it's not a moment. Artist of the year.
Okay, finally you can get it off your chest. Artist of the year.
Artist of the year. Honestly, I don't know. I have to think about it. I would say maybe Sabrina Carpenter.
I think it is. I think it. Just
I would
is.
say like who else?
or Kendrick.
Mm,
I am gonna say or Kendrick.
Kendrick. Like he did well.
Think about it.
No,
and you're a
guys,
numbers person.
everything
He has
has to
he has
be-
more number ones this year. He has like 3 number ones that he got this year on 3 different tracks.
Dropped that one.
Yeah.
No,
Those-
everything's got to be Taylor Swift, guys. She did a tour and it did $1 billion. That
Yeah.
means she's
Taylor
the artist
Swift.
of the year, the moment of the year. She's the
Taylor Swift
candy
is-
bar of the year. She's the walking around the town of the year. She's the fly airplane of the year. She's the everything of the year, guys, because her tour did billions of dollars.
No, because she didn't really. She was so far on tour that she really didn't even get to, in my opinion, prioritize.
But
the
Can I
album
say one
release
thing, though?
Nothing else
and
matters.
music.
No, I do need to say one thing though. She did the Torture Sports Department, and you did not mention that one single time this whole episode.
What do you mean?
And that album sold like it's like the highest selling album.
Yeah.
It does not have any impact in society. Like you
depends
do
who you
have to
talk
say
to.
that like for this year, like the Torture Sports Department does not have impact in like the stratosphere.
Nah, I think it depends who you talk to. You know,
Yeah,
like
of
I
course,
said,
if you talk to
we're
a
talking-
Swiftie,
I said
but
we're talking about
that's it.
personal. I said my personal is going to be, what I like. But if you talk to somebody else, it might say Taylor Swift.
But like, come on, we
But
know what cultural.
It just to
impact
me,
is.
it was Sabrina's year.
I agree.
She just three songs that were very strong, charting, big performances in the VMAs, stuff like that. So
People cared about like her life outside of that. I think she's
Exactly.
doing everything right.
She's the
except for what do you feel about her being in Tim 2? Her being overtly sexual at her concerts.
I just think she's almost doing. She needs to be very cautious and walk this line very finely, because we just talked about how extreme Katy Perry can be when it's unnecessary, and how it can turn a certain audience off. So just be mindful of everybody. Like, we know that's what you do. However, it doesn't have to be that extreme.
I don't know. Like her, it's kind of like not too much though. It's like she's like.
Isn't she being sued for it?
It's like a personality. I don't think. How can you sue her?
Because people come into her show like with kids, and
But it says it on the thing.
I'm just telling you what I thought. I thought she was being sued or something crazy.
If
like that.
y'all are suing, y'all are.
I'm pretty.
corn.
Someone told me that. Maybe I have to look at that.
Corn.
and
The
cross-reference,
only
make
way
sure.
that I would sue is if it's like JoJo Sue of the past, and I go there and it's like Torculator. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
it's just-
You can't sue for going to a 26-year-old
Yeah,
grown
that's what I
woman.
was that's what I was thinking.
Like,
I was like, that's so weird.
The set is a bed. Her
Yeah.
tour set is a bed.
Like, I think she's doing too much. Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
who cares? Doesn't matter to me.
No. But 2024, good year. I remember we did this last year, and we said we did not appreciate 2023 what it had to offer. This year, I feel like we got
This
fed.
year was a fun year.
We got fed this year. Also, Usher's Super Bowl performance moment. That was a moment I should have brought up.
If it wasn't for, so are we really gonna say that Kendrick Lamar's concert that he did was bigger than that?
And I not give it to him for that. I will give it to Usher for the Super Bowl, but I will say that. I could be biased. But I like Kendrick too.
You know
just
what?
as much almost.
I'm actually going to change.
Are you about to say Chris at the African concert?
Breezy Bowl, baby.
Oh my
Breezy Bowl.
gosh.
It should have been streamed live on Netflix. Chris Brown, fire your team. Fire whoever your manager is. Fire whoever does your marketing. You should have been on Netflix. And the Breezy Bowl should have been live streamed for the world to see how great you are. That his performance was better than Usher's Super Bowl. Just at that Breezy Bowl.
And Chris, I'm gonna need you. I have one critique. Please hire a stylist and stop going to TJ Maxx and shopping off the clearance rack.
He knows better.
Like, you just are so whack with how you dress for concerts. Like, come on, bro. You studied Michael. You studied Usher. Act like you're a performer and not shopping at TJ Maxx.
So one thing I want to ask when it comes to that, do we think he's going to be biting off everybody if he does? Like, say if he wears the fur coats, is he biting off Usher? Say he wears the suits, he's biting on Michael. Like, what if he just wants to be his own person?
Well, then if you want, but here's the thing: do what Bruno or some have that same jersey, but bedazzle it. Do something.
He has bedazzled all over him. Stop it.
I'm saying when I just seen him, he's wearing a 39 shirt, huge jersey, and it literally looks like it doesn't look it. You come on.
No, I feel you.
And he's a creative. No one's more creative, like as far as like that little meticulous stuff.
That's one of
he
my
can
biggest,
make a dope drip.
One of my biggest critiques is like his wardrobe. I wish he would do better with that.
Yeah.
But like I said, is he biting off of somebody if he's doing it?
But that's part of being
let's be real.
Creative.
Every single time we see someone come in with a suit, with a hat on, and they biting on Mike.
But be creative.
What are you supposed to wear?
He's creative. Let him be creative. He's
top
a creative.
Hat, look like T-Pain.
If I can figure it out, I'm sure Chris can figure it out. I'll have him in some drip. Even if it was honoring the old throwback Breezy outfit, I'll have on the jumpsuit, but it'll be bedazzled.
Yeah, I know. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel you, James. Like, even if he came in a freaking astronaut outfit or something and killed it, like I get it.
I don't want to look like I'm dressing better than you when I go to your concert. I don't want to think that. Nah,
I feel you. But yeah, I'm giving it to the Breezy Bowl. I know it just happened, but I watched so many, and I'm just like, oh my god, man was killing it
all the way in South Africa.
So there you go.
But all right, guys, sound off in the comment. Who were your guys' artists, moments, albums, songs of the year? We want to hear about it. And on that note,
I'm Donnie.
And I'm James. And this was another episode of The DJ's Take.
Good one.
That was good. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just like, how was it? Yeah, better than.